But yeah, we're here. Moyo, thank you for joining me. We're going to talk some WSL. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Obviously, we smile extra wide when our team has collected their 3 points.
That's a winning smile.
Literally that.
That's a winning smile.
Yeah, happy to be here. Always happy to talk with you about the WSL.
No, to be honest, we might as well start with United because I'm going to be honest, I didn't see United doing much this season. I thought it was going to be very hard with the transition
Yeah.
and Lauren James leaving, new players coming in. It wasn't guaranteed that you guys were going to start off really well. I thought
Mm-hmm.
Leicester was going to beat you. I'm not going to lie. I thought
No way in hell.
I thought Leicester had their coffee, been promoted. I thought, yeah, we're going to see Leicester do some serious things.
No way.
That wasn't the case.
No, we got Leicester on strings. I'm not gonna lie. Like the only instance I know off the top of my head of our last 4 or 5 meetings when they've beaten us was the day that she was leaving, and that was her last game. She scattered our whole brain, and that was literally the only reason we lost that match. Everyone knows, everyone that supports United knows Ella Toon has Leicester in her back pocket and has had them in her back pocket since 2019. I think the last game last year that I watched, I think she scored 5 goals in that one match against them. Like, I'm pretty sure they hate her at this point.
If they're not hating,
she owns 95% of Leicester, I think.
Screaming.
And that showed again. That showed again on Sunday. Absolutely brilliant performance from her. I feel like she's adapted to this new role really well. I still don't want her to be there permanently, but
where?
Playing false 9. She played false 9.
I thought you were saying United.
Oh,
I thought, whoa, you want to have gone like that?
This is an Ella Toon Stan account.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
This is an Ella Toon Stan account. Listen, if I could have my way, I would sell every single person before I sell her. So,
but untouchable.
Untouchable.
I hear that. Yeah, I definitely hear that.
But I feel like she played false 9 even better in this game than she did against Reading.
Yeah.
I feel like she was dropping into the pocket so well against Leicester. Like, and as soon as she dropped that, the connection between her and Leah Gorton and her and Kirsty Hansen on the left and right hand side was just on fire. Like, as soon as she dropped, those two knew to start darting into the box, which was good. I felt like the front three was really fluid. I felt like it was absolutely fantastic to have Jackie Groenham back.
Fan favourite.
I still by the fact, that she's our best midfielder. But her and Ella, I think, are our best players overall. But and she's our best midfielder. She's the only person I trust to set the tempo in the midfield. No shade.
Isn't that a bit worrying though?
No, it's very worrying. It's very worrying.
Yeah.
To be fair, another person that can set the tempo who didn't play against Leicester was one of the new people that we bought. So Bo Risa.
Cold.
Yeah. She can set tempo, and I really want to see her, to be fair, play alongside Jackie. I just think it'd be tricky to get them. I think you can get them all in if you have like a Hayley Ladd there as well, just so there's a bit of balance. But I was really happy with those two in particular, and I was really happy with the fullbacks.
Yeah. Looking at, you know what? Before we even continue about United, I want to say some nice things about Leicester. Like, what would you say? Because obviously we've got AJ in the chat. He said talk nice about Leicester. We must make sure we talk nice about them because Leicester's a great team. Like, I understand they didn't get the W. United taught them a WSL lesson. That is what it was. A team that's in the WSL saying this is what you're gonna have to get used to because we're here. So it's like, what would you say about Leicester? How do you feel they played?
No, Leicester, I think, especially in the first. So after 5 minutes, between 5 and 15 /20, I think they pressed really well.
Yeah.
I think our centre backs realised pretty quickly that they're going to have to get that ball out of our defensive half. I think Sigsworth was pressing really well. And Sigsworth is someone that you can depend on to press well.
Yeah.
I feel like she's got a lot of energy, a lot of speed, and she understands the press. And then Natasha Flint is just always a threat as well. And then I'd say another big plus for Leicester was that their goalkeeper was great.
Yeah,
Granted,
Level.
I think
Cool.
some of our shooting was questionable. And I think that we gave her the opportunities to make certain saves, but at the same time, she was making very important saves, very important saves. So those three can be proud. I think her name's Ashley Plumtree as well. So
Yeah. Ashley Plumpton, I think. I'm not sure
yeah,
how you say it, but yeah.
she made some crucial tackles. And I felt like our forwards were purposely not targeting her side of the middle.
Yeah.
Because she was doing some good stuff. So yeah, Leicester weren't terrible, but we are just better than them. That's the truth of it.
I think that's the best thing United did. I think United have started the season and shown people we're still United. Like, because I'm not gonna say everyone. I'd say I was not feeling United coming into the season. Wasn't feeling it whatsoever.
You weren't alone, to be fair.
I wasn't. Just thought not enough was going on. I just thought not enough was going on. You lost Stoney, but you're getting the results. And the thing is, these are convincing wins.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you say? I would say Leicester need that win. Don't know who they're getting it from at the moment, but they just need that win to get started because they're a bit nervy. I think they should have got something out of that Villa game. Didn't get anything out of that Villa game, so now they're stressed a little. So, what do you think about their 3-5-2? How do you think you man handled it?
I mean, that's a good question to you. I feel like the formation works for them, but Ella Toon's role within the team destabilizes the purpose of their formation.
Yeah.
Like, if you remove Ella Toon and replace her with someone else from our bench, their 3-5-2 would have been absolutely nullified us, I think.
Okay.
But Ella Toon, like, she was playing false 9, but she was literally hardly ever in the box. So then it just seems as though we've got three defenders to not mark a striker. That's what it seemed like. And I think as well, she was putting their midfield into problems because of the fact that they thought they were only supposed to be marking our midfielders. They turn around, Ella Toon is now there, and then it's just like, okay. Then I feel like with Ella Toon as well, she's someone that makes defenders gravitate towards her.
Yeah.
So like, there were a lot of times she got the ball, two defenders go towards it, and somehow she still got away from them. And now two defenders have been taken out from the game.
Yeah.
And then we still got fast wingers. So I felt like although Leah Galton didn't score or assist, she was causing them problems every single time she was cutting in or like going towards the byline. That they were definitely struggling. And I don't think the formation really helped in that respect. But yeah, I feel like when you got Ella Toon, listen, their manager even said, look, formation, no formation. Ella Toon is hard to be stopped.
It's true. I think. Well, then that's from what you've said about the formation. It's basically Leicester, and you need to know your audience. They just didn't know their audience because Ella Toon showed. It's not gonna run with me.
It's literally that.
See, we can enjoy it. Even Flavoured Kid said, hold tight the 3-point collectors yesterday and Sunday.
Hold tight 3-point collectors.
That's see, I didn't expect United to be on this winning team. That's the thing. We got the same record right now. Both 2 wins. We've got the same record.
You were talking about Everton so much, It was actually like, listen, United, please don't disgrace me. Please don't allow this to come into fruition. Like, Everton are not better than us. Irrespective of the players that we lost, I still don't think Everton are better than us. This is not about who they've played either. It's just about the fact that pretty much everyone we had last season that played over 10 games is still at the club. Like, we lost important people, but all the important people got injured last season. So we spent a lot of last season without them and still finished 15 points ahead of Everton.
Yeah. However, the thing is with the Everton stuff, they're 11, you're 11. Who's got a better 11? We can break it down.
I think we need to break it down because I think person for person it becomes techie, and then I feel like with Everton we're putting people into said joint 11 based on what they could do.
Oh, you're talking about Hannah Bennison. That's a Hannah Bennison shout.
That
was a Hannah Bennison. What they could do, that was a Hannah Bennison.
It's no shade. But like, obviously, look, Tony Duggan, yeah. I even said when we did ones to watch, I put her down as one of my ones to watch. I still rate Tony Duggan, but we haven't seen her play to her level in the WSL yet for years. Obviously, because she's been away from the WSL.
Yeah.
But we're just putting her, she's back, bang, pick up where she left off. But that's not really how it works. There's so many players that Kenza I think is good. And Willie Kirk seems to be one of those people that's like, if it's going tits up already, he's thinking you're the one that's getting dragged. He's already looking at her.
Yeah, he's decided it. After that City game, he said this is get used to it.
So the threats that I think are actually in the Everton team, they're not even guaranteed starters right now. So
okay, so you're saying United has the better squad.
I mean, I don't know, innit? That
you might as well.
I think in a joint 11, I'm taking more United players than Everton.
Okay, that's completely fair.
What do you think?
Who do I want from United? Honestly, I want Battier. I want Toon. I want Turner. To be honest, I want your defence. I will take Sandy over Mary Earps. I will take. What'd you say?
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Bennison, want her in there.
Yeah.
Izzy Christensen, want her in there.
I don't know if I'm taking Izzy Christensen over Jackie Brunin, but that's me.
Okay, that's completely. You know, that's completely fine. I'd have Govan in there over Martha Thomas.
Yeah. No question. No.
You know what? That's fair. I can't say it's one way or the other. I can't completely say I'd rather have. So that is completely fair. There's a comment. Can United win the league?
Hell no.
You saying that?
Hell no. Listen, we're just trying to stay afloat. We're just trying to stay afloat. We're just trying to not let James's bad energy that Ella2 needs to go to City come to fruition. Listen, I think if we can put in a solid season this year, it creates grounds to grow. Like, if we put in a solid season this year, come fourth. This is a look. Let's be realistic here. Fourth is probably our peak. Yeah. If we put in a solid season, come fourth, but points wise are not stupidly off third. Yeah. I think that's grounds to grow, and that someone like Ella Toon does not definitely need to go, because I think if we do that, then we basically cemented that yes, we're definitely the fourth best team in the league, because that would have been the third time. Yeah. And then I also think that it's grounds for more investment. I feel like at this point, we've been close to Champions League last year. If we do another season where we're close, I feel like that tells investors that like we're literally this close. Like we're a couple pieces away from breaking that.
Yeah. Fourth is 100. The only thing is City are looking very injury prone right now. They're not looking the strongest. They could drop points. That could give you a chance to get into third, because
I'll take that.
That's the thing. If you just keep doing what you're doing, because these are just you're handling business. That's the best way to describe it. Handling business, getting your wins. City have dropped a point. City have already lost a match, so that already puts you in better. You're already above them right now.
Yeah.
By 3 points. Say Arsenal beat City, then you could be 6 points ahead of them already. Yep. So it's like you just got.
I completely agree. I think it's going to literally come down to, look, United don't even need to be thinking about. It's not about beating Arsenal, Chelsea, and City in terms of games. Yeah? It's about beat everybody beneath us, everybody home and away. Home and away first, then you reevaluate. If you can take a point off just two of the top three, not home and away, just one, just either at home or away, then it's like now we're getting into another territory, because last year you obviously lost some games that you shouldn't have. loss.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also dropped stupid points.
Yeah.
Like, off the top of my head, I'm thinking about why we lost to Reading at home 2-0. I don't really know how that came about, especially because at that moment in time, we were ahead of you guys. So drop that, stupid. We then lost to you guys, which was like a given. Like, that was more of a Arsenal needed this, and we know if Arsenal turn it up, we're in trouble. So that's a fair loss. But then if you look back on the season as a whole, then it's like, if we didn't drop that point, if we didn't drop, we also dropped points to we dropped points to Reading and we dropped points to Brighton. We dropped points to Brighton. I think we lost 1-0 and it was from a penalty.
Yeah.
That happened early on in the first half. So it's just like stupid points like that. Let's just like take care of business on our end, beat everyone beneath us, and then we can think about what we're doing.
Yeah.
But I still think, look, we should be fourth.
I can see. The thing is, I think it is a bit reactionary giving fourth to United because Everton still need to. The problem is, I am very sympathetic to Everton because they have faced City and Chelsea.
Yeah, it's peak. It's very peak.
Yeah,
but Tottenham also faced City and bagged points. Granted, they did Hand of God, yeah, and that's a different.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. Tottenham.
But like, granted, Everton in that first half. My thing is, yeah, I'm not saying City are on a good side, but that City side was still without people. They were still missing key people.
Yeah.
Because of injuries. And then also you had a 10-minute period where you shipped 3 goals. Like it's just like, come on.
Yeah. I can't. My issue isn't the Man City game. My issue is the Chelsea game. Because they handed Chelsea that win. Literally. Yeah. And there's if you're I understand mistakes happen, but if you're doing mistakes like that, you will do it again. It's not an accident. Yeah. It's not an accident. You will do something like that throughout the season. 100%. Especially when you're tired, especially when you get injuries. And I thought, if you're defending like this, how far can you really go? So.
And that was the thing, especially in the Chelsea game, because it finished 4-0. But off the top of my head, I can think of 3 chances Sam Kerr missed. I'm thinking of 2 times Pernilla Harder hit the post. This person hit the post. And it's just like, if Chelsea didn't miss as many chances they did, that scoreline could have been very scary. Like, they need to even be happy that it was just 4-0.
Yeah, it's true. They need to rejoice. The thing is, this Chelsea team is not... This Chelsea team, I can't say not match fit, but there's something in them that isn't clicking.
Yeah, it's just been rushed. It feels like it's just been like, season started up. Like,
yeah. They didn't have... Obviously, Sam Kerr had a holiday after Olympics. Frank Kirby wasn't too fit, but they came back. But the thing is, they still look dangerous. But there is something that is missing. So maybe it is match fitness, or maybe, I don't know, maybe the Barcelona thing's still stuck in their heads.
Yeah, I think...
There's some... Them losing to Arsenal as well, I think that's mentally... Because even you got Emma Hayes asking for technology. When does she do that? Yeah, when does she do that? Like, because the thing is, if they beat us 4-3, there'd be no talk about VAR. 100%. Because you're winning it, on to the next. But to get Emma Hayes, and this is your leader, remember, this is the person that is the calmest. When they're asking and looking for things off the pitch after a loss, it shows this Chelsea team, like, they can be beaten.
Yeah.
And it's like, I wouldn't be shocked if, after this City game, after City lost to Tottenham, I would not be surprised if Man United beat Chelsea. Because... I don't know. I think it's added stuff. The Sky Sports teams are waking up. They're not just giving up.
I don't think we're beating Chelsea in it, but like, I think, to be fair, this is when we're going to see the real mark in it. Like, let me not talk too much. I wasn't chatting bare about this guy beforehand. Like, I was looking at his last tenure at Orlando Pride, and I was thinking, your win percentage is very low. But I was like, cool, let me give him... I'm always someone that's like, cool, let me give the person a chance. Once they show me that they're dead, then I'll call them dead.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not going to call someone dead based off if I've not watched them. But this is when we're going to see like what he's on tactically. Because the 2 sides that we've beaten, I would have expected us to beat them managing.
Yeah.
So
You say managerless? Oof.
yes, like, Leicester, I'm not gonna lie, like, and especially because I feel like we're playing King Power Stadium, the pitch was so big, yeah. And one thing I pride our team on is that we're very fit, very, very fit. So I think our fitness and a lot of the other teams' fitness are not the same. Like,
yeah.
I feel like even when Leicester were pressing really well in the beginning, I was thinking, yeah, they can't keep this up. Like, there's no way that they can keep this up.
Yeah.
And I think that hold in the second half. In the second half, I'm not joking. We should have scored at least 5 goals.
The thing is, and that makes a lot of sense because statistically, you had 33 shots at them. 30. When I saw the stats, I said 33 shots.
No, you don't understand. We were actually all over them.
Yeah.
The second half, it was literally like a barrage of, like, we take a shot. If, let's say, their keeper saves it, it goes from the goal kick. Within 10 seconds, we've gotten the ball back and are going for another shot. Like, that's how quick. But, yeah.
But this is what makes me see that United are serious, because I think Leicester is a good team, and Leicester is definitely no team that you can just walk over. So for the dominance that you had, I said, all right, cool, United are here. I said, all right, like it's in the stats, you can see it. Like that's the thing. If it was Bristol City, because Bristol City love to concede a goal. I don't know how, but they love to concede a goal. You're doing it against Leicester.
I look, you missed them.
We all do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's where Arsenal would pick up their plus eight home and away goal difference. I had enough, man.
Yeah, that was a great ground to go to. It was a great ground to go to. Do you think Sam Kerr will get back-to-back golden boots?
Ooh, good question. To be honest, it's tough. I feel like once again it's going to be between her and Miedema. The scary thing with Sam Kerr, is that you can watch every match of hers, and she would have definitely missed 2 to 3 clear-cut chances, and she will still end up with a brace at the end. Like, the level she could arrive at is very scary, but with her, she's going to miss chances. Like, she's going to miss chances, but she's going to score goals at the end of the day. Like, and I expect her, especially for the teams at the bottom. Like, I'm scared for when Chelsea play like Birmingham City. They're done for. Those lot, West Ham, they're done for. Like, and with Miedema, it's the same. Like, and Arsenal love like a high score against the bottom teams. Yeah, you guys love a high scoring win.
Yeah. The thing is, because the what's it called? The smaller teams, they have a mindset of we're gonna work hard and we're just gonna let what happen. You can't do that against the big teams. We'll score because eventually we'll get to the point. We'll get to like 3-0 or 2-0, and then you'll start changing game plan and say, let's just give it our best shot. Don't do that. Gets worse.
And then by then it's a completely open game.
Don't do that.
Except you guys don't have the quality, and then the Chelsea, Arsenals, and Cities of this world literally do. So
because that's one thing. With that, I'll always bring it up because it's a madness. But with that, Chelsea, when they lost in the Champions League final, Barcelona said they started to panic. And once they started to panic, Barcelona started to have fun. That's why the second half nothing really happened, because you already panicked. There's nothing more for us to do.
Yeah, we're basically done. Like, it's done. We'll just entertain you now for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I think that is what happens. It was so good to see that, because it was like that's what happens to all these smaller teams. Like, they give it their best shot, and then you realise, wow, the talent's just so much. What can we do? We're just going to go out. And then that's how a lot of teams happen. So
that's probably how Bristol City felt in I think it was the final of the Conti Cup.
Yep.
Probably how they felt.
Yeah.
Embarrassed.
Because the worst thing about that was, it was 6 minutes they conceded their first. Remember, the whole mindset is to keep it 0-0, go to penalties, try and do your 6 minutes. The vibe was okay. It's begun.
Yeah, it started. The plan was toilet. Now where do we go from here? And then I feel like when teams like Bristol City, for example, are in that position, the game plan is so gone out of their mind. You now can't even play a 5-yard pass. Like, their brain is so kettled that it's just like, Oh, what do I do?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who you are. It's like I don't know. I can't say Megan Finnegan because I'm not sure if it was her, but the Everton defender that passed it to Sam
The
Kerr.
past, yeah, I feel like it was either her or Patterson.
Yeah, it was one of them, but I can't necessarily say it was him because I can't be sure who it was.
Yeah,
But stuff like that, you know what you wanted to do. It was risky, but you know in your mind you were getting that pass off, and that was it. Don't know what happened. Maybe it's the acknowledgement of Sam Kerr, a Golden Boot winner's closing
yeah,
you down, and your body just tenses up because stuff like that. I think that's not fair. That's giving her a Golden Boot. That's giving her a Golden Boot.
yeah,
She
yeah.
didn't have to work for that. Where does that like Chelsea gonna score goals? You're giving her them kind of ones. That's not fair. Like at the end of the season,
Yeah.
I'm gonna think back to that goal that she was handed that one.
And I feel that in every Chelsea game that's been high scoring, there's always a goal like that.
Yeah.
There is always a goal like that.
Yeah.
When I'm giving it to them, the keeper's giving it to them. A missed kick from somebody, and now or a short back pass from the defender. Now they're through on goal. Like,
yeah. But Brighton, what do you think about Brighton? It's 2 games. It's 2 games, but 7 goals scored. 0 conceding in 2 games. They're top. They have the best goal difference. Like this is domination from Brighton right now.
Yep.
This is seaside domination. Like, do you think they're gonna keep it up? Do you think it is just beating the teams that are around them?
It's tough. Birmingham City were moving like Bristol on Saturday.
Yeah, they were.
I'll be honest, that was ridiculous behaviour. Absolutely ridiculous behaviour. Like when I see teams like Brighton beating a team like Birmingham 5-0, I just think to myself, imagine if Birmingham played like that against Arsenal, or played like that against Chelsea, or played like that against City. Like if they played like, what was that?
Do you not think because they're near each other, sometimes
they go for it more?
Not even that. I think sometimes they underestimate each other. So you're not waking up charged up like, I'm gonna have to defend all game. Like if you're facing a City or Chelsea, they're kind of like, we're gonna give it our go. They go in confident, and then you can just get blown away. Really, like
you're right. Actually, I think that's what happened. To be honest,
yeah,
I think they probably thought they had a chance.
Yeah, even chance.
A very even chance, to the point that like it was probably a lot more open than they should have gone. Because there's still a gulf in quality between the two. Like they probably thought they had a better chance, but at the same time, Brighton have a much better team than Birmingham City. Like,
yeah, they do.
The key people I think from Birmingham City last year, half of them are not the club. So
yeah,
and your manager, like there's numerous factors here, and I think I'm not even saying be cautious because no one wants to see a 0-0. Really,
definitely not.
Don't want to see that. Like,
not in for it.
But you taking a -5 hit on goal difference for what?
And it's too soon for that.
It's too soon.
And who did you face? Who did you face? It is frustrating. Who did you face?
If you're going to take a -5 hit against City, I'll say fair enough because look at the golf in quality. But there's a golf in quality between you and Brighton, but not to that extent. Because now
that's painful.
You're going to have to cut down the amount of goals you concede against the big three.
Yeah. And you're going to there's more pressure to score because you need to. That goal difference can really hurt you, especially if they're all around the same points. And then they'll look at goal difference. And then who's the people that you're right next to are going to be cool because they put 5 past you. So it's like, it's definitely an awkward situation. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm shocked about Brighton, though. I am shocked. I feel 5-0, that's a big statement. Like,
it is.
Could they? I've said it, and I know a few other people have said it, but could Brighton be what we thought Everton was going to be? Can we even start to dream about Brighton? Like,
they could. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, who was the United of last year before United? So when we went in the WSL, who was it?
I'm not sure.
Like,
sure.
Because obviously, to be fair, it would have been different then as well, because there was only 2 Champions League. Spots, but like I feel like it could be Brighton. For all we know, it could be Brighton, and I think they've got a better manager. Personally, I think I rate Hope Power a lot as a manager. I think she knows how to drill a team. I think her team pretty much know the instructions that she wants to carry out. And I also think sometimes when you don't make you make signings, but not too many signings, then it's just embedding into what you've already got. Like the new signings for Brighton have come into an already cemented structure. I feel like Everton have bought so many players that they almost want. I feel like in the first game they tried to adopt a whole new way of playing, realized it wasn't working in the first half, and then took out so many of the new players and was like, yeah, back to Claire Emsley, back to, do you know what I mean? Like back to people that we know can fulfill said task. But Brighton could do it. Who knows? I think the top three is going to be the top three, but Brighton could definitely be the ones to challenge alongside.
And the thing is, they've beat Chelsea. So there's something in Brighton that says we can do it. It's just a consistency thing. It's
literally going to be that, and making sure that they also beat the teams that they should beat. Yeah, like no point beating this person and then losing to, or like get draw against West Ham. It's just it doesn't make sense. Like
speaking of West Ham, they were close in seconds.
Twice now.
Seconds away from the win. 1-1 with Aston Villa. That is, I don't know. I think that screams to me what will happen to this West Ham team.
Yeah.
Like,
Grace Fisk cannot save them. Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing. That is the thing.
They've got a couple good players, one or two. Literally, I'd say Grace Fisk, good. Adriana Leon, I think she could go to another club. Like, she could go to another club, and then that's when it starts getting hazy. After that, you got
Lisa Evans.
Oh, okay, yeah, but Lisa Evans is not even permanently at the team.
Yeah. It's true.
But like, they've got Lisa Evans, you're right.
Yeah.
And Lisa Evans, to be fair, was one of their better performers again.
That is why she's there. That is literally. Yeah. That is. The beauty of having her there is every single week she has to show why she should be at Arsenal. So West Ham are going to get the best of her, which is great. But that West Ham team. Yeah,
it's not. I mean, it's not the club. It's not the club that I would have wanted to go to. But she wanted to stay in London. Her options were actually more limited than it seemed.
And she was not going to Tottenham.
She wanted to stay in London, not go in Tottenham.
Yeah.
In the league, there's clubs from Birmingham, two clubs from Birmingham, two clubs from Manchester, Liverpool and Everton, and then that's 5 already gone.
Yeah, so
and then
options were limited.
You know what I mean? Her options were so limited. It was literally Tottenham, West Ham.
Yeah, so I think she'll do well for them. But West Ham, I just don't. When I watch them play, I'm not overly excited. I don't. It's just a bad project at the moment. I just think
it is.
They need. I don't know. More go with youth. Just play a lot of youth. Build people up. I don't know what's gonna make them really transform. And like.
Want for more loan players.
Yeah, but you also need to get. Maybe players don't want to go there.
I think that is also one. Maybe players don't want to go there. But I also think as well, the problem with loan players is that like loan players are good when you've already got like some sort of good permanence there already. So, like if you had like 5 players, for example, that are good and permanent already at your club, and then you're just adding your loan players to like implement, or like having your loan players be your best players is when it starts getting problems. Like. Because then it's like, they're going to help us. And they're going to leave at the end of the season.
You get attached.
Yeah.
you get attached, and it's not. Aston Villa have tools to be a very exciting team. But
yeah, I think Carla Ward's teams in general are exciting. I thought Birmingham City last year, especially in the second half of the season, despite the fact that the odds were very much against them for the majority of the season, they pulled off some good results. Like, they were getting so many last-minute equalisers, winners, last-minute. Like, and she's brought that exact same. Like, I feel like there's a reason why Carla Ward's teams get so many late equalizers and winners.
Team talks. It's the team talk. She says it's not over till it's over. 100%. They play like it. It's not over till it's over. Like they've done it twice. They've done it twice. They did it to Leicester. Now they've done it to West Ham. Like, they're a bit of they're a team. Like I'm scared to face Villa because Villa they're slimy like that. They can just come up with a goal. Teams like that you have to really watch out for because it's like Tottenham. I'm gonna watch out for Tottenham as well. Slimy.
Tottenham in that second half did some even other than the goals. There was another chance. I think her name is Naz.
Yeah, Naz. When she the 1-on-1 she had.
The 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And I think it's the way it actually got to the way the ball actually got to her was quite well worked. So I was like, quick release, pass. You got someone fast in Naz. You got someone very fast. She should have hit the target.
City were moving mad though. They were how you rattled against Spurs as City.
That's my problem.
To be defensively,
yeah.
Like GG's to Tottenham for finding the space, creating the pass, but to be open like that against Spurs, that says something.
Yeah, we need to play City soon. They've got so many injuries United need to play City soon.
They have the problem is they have danger players. If Arsenal lost to City, I'd be disappointed, but I would not be surprised because they have danger players. Someone like Lauren Hemp.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Ellen White. Ellen White, she showed me in the Olympics she can make something out of nothing. So that's very frustrating.
Absolutely. Literally out of nothing. Like, the Olympics especially, I'm not joking, the actual clear-cut chances that were being created for her were few and far between. Ellen White literally needed a 10% of a chance, and how that ball was ending up in the back of the net. Yeah. And it can't be coincidence. She smells goals, and that's literally it. I think, obviously, people were saying as well that they feel like Taylor made a mistake not starting her in that Champions League game. And I know she said she wanted to start in it, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Bunny wise, I feel, Bunny wise, we are gonna have to calm down our expectations.
Yeah, I think she it doesn't always slap straight away, and I also think
debut goal. I thought
but Everton at that point.
That's the problem. That's the issue.
Everton were basically saying free ticket. So
yeah.
And then I also think, Bunny would have settled a lot quicker as well, I think the other injuries to the team, despite the fact they have not come in positions with her, like, next to her, they make impact on the team. So, I feel like when Lucy Bronze is there, Kira Walsh is there, and Chloe Kelly's there, even just putting those three back there's a higher level of domination that City would have. Like, she'd be getting chances more often, despite the fact that it may not necessarily be them creating chances. Like, City would just see even more of the ball. They'd have even more control of the midfield. Like,
I think it is mad that. I really thought that Ellen White wouldn't be starting, but like, it's to show you do need time to adjust. You do need, but that Alana Kennedy, that signing is starting to. I'm gonna have to put a question mark on that signing.
I'm not gonna lie. I get the perks. There's so many good qualities you get with Alana Kennedy. So many, but there are clear deficiencies, and the deficiencies are not new.
Yeah.
Like, the deficiencies have been there for Australia. They've been there for Tottenham. Like, she's not quick. If I was a team setting up against her, I am making sure that someone pulls Alana Kennedy out and my winger is running into the centre.
Yeah, she shouldn't be centre back. She should not be centre back when
she shouldn't be centre. I think I was surprised she didn't play like more of a defensive midfield.
That's where she should be. That's not fair to put her there. Obviously, she'll put in shift, but I feel you're asking for problems. I agree. I think though that the funny thing was her playing at centre back meant that Alex Greenwood played at left back, and I've missed Alex Greenwood playing at left back. I'll be honest. Got an assist. Player there.
A serious, because obviously as well, from Alex Greenwood at United only played left back.
Yeah.
Like only ever played left back, and she used to combine so well with the winger. And she was even on the weekend, she was combining well with Lauren Hemp.
Her and Hemp were they were
No,
cooking.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
they
and
were
that's
cooking.
the bit that you miss. Like, obviously, I think Greenwood is good at centre back.
Yeah.
But you almost forget how good her qualities are as a fullback when she plays centre back. She links up so well with wingers, so well.
She shouldn't be centre back. Like if you want to see, it's like saying Lucy Bronze. Yeah, I could put her centre back. I could put her centre mid. Like she'll put in a shift, but where do you actually want to see these people? That's one thing about Gareth. Play people where they're supposed to play. It's not internationals. Play them where they're supposed to play. You know where they play.
It's funny because when they first started playing her there, she was like, "Oh, she's never played there," but she finds it all right. And then towards the end of the season, she was like, "Oh, she's really enjoying playing at centre back." And I was thinking, "Sis, are you sure?" Like,
yeah, wow.
Like, obviously, I get that you like it, and I think also she likes it more because City have so much of the ball. Like, it wasn't like she was under supreme pressure. She wouldn't want to play centre back at United.
Yeah,
she wouldn't want to play centre back at anywhere else.
Do you want to play centre back in the Champions League? That's the best question.
Mate, even when she played there, there was a game for England. She played there, and she was bad.
Yeah,
like it was in the against. I think it was against France, and that was the worst. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
this is what I mean, though. Like she can't play centre back against a ridiculously good team. But
then you see what's your real position. It's like, okay, against the big teams, is Mark Skinner gonna make Ella Toon do a false nine against the bigger teams?
He can't.
That's the thing. Like when it's actually serious, we'll see what your actual position is. Like,
he can't. I need Alessia Russo, please.
Cold. I saw training stuff from her today. Cold.
She is. I'm not joking. Even just watch here. Like, I only saw her play. Obviously, last season she got injured so soon. She played 4 matches, I think, or 4. 4, I think, in the league. 4, I think. The variety of goals, showed me everything. Like she's got it. She has got it. And also, one thing with her, she can hold off a defender and let the others into play. So, like, the same way I said, Ella Toon drops into the pockets to play, like, get the wingers into play. But Alessia Russo is holding off defenders to play in wingers. Like, it's a different skill set. And Ella Toon and Alessia Russo play so well together. They play so well together with Ella Toon as a 10. So it's literally just a case of, like, Alessia Russo being fit helps everyone. That's the truth of it. It literally helps everybody.
What do you think about Angry Beth Mead? Do you think that's going to last? Because Arsenal are doing well and she is leading it. Like,
listen, she's giving the G&A you asked for.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. She is.
She's giving me the G&A you asked for. Like,
I can't ask for
no
more.
complaints. Like, she's giving everything right now. She's like the variety of the finishes. The thing is, you could always trust her to be someone tenacious. She's a tenacious forward, like a terrier. Like a Erin Cuff, but you see, like always on your heels. Like leave. Like, as a defender, you'll be thinking, leave me alone. You'll turn around, she's behind you again.
Yeah.
But it was a case of like turning that and converting that into proper productivity. And I feel like under you guys' new manager, she's plus the fact that she's Angry Beth Mead, she feels wronged.
Yeah, they were telling her to try and play right back. They were trying to. She said, "Who am I?"
Yeah, she feels wronged. Feels as though like people were writing her off. Like so many, like some of the signings she made, the forwards, it was like everyone's like starting 11 that like Arsenal fans were making wasn't including her because you're thinking we just bought this person, but she's here to remind you that like, oh, don't forget.
Yeah.
What?
Because I'll be honest and say, if it came down to Nikita Paris and Beth Mead, I would say Nikita Paris. Because I have to be honest, who just came from Lyon. And that could be ignorant, but you're at one of the best teams.
Yeah.
So I said, after seeing it in person, that's the thing. Sometimes you need to really watch someone hit towels in person to understand she's serious. And like, carried it on to, that's the thing. You could have easily said it could have been the hype from the Emirates game, the fans, but came back Reading, came back Champions League. If Beth Mead keeps this up, it will be hard to keep her. If she uses this as her like breakout season to say, I'm world class, I'm up there, Arsenal could struggle to keep her because other teams could come out of nowhere and say, "Oh, who's this? We haven't noticed you like this before." So, scary times. Scary times.
Where do you see her? Like, it's funny because sometimes positionally, I've been in conflicts with where she like actually plays. Like, obviously, I feel like sometimes she doesn't really play like a winger. But then I also wouldn't say that she's like a 10. She's somewhere between a hybrid between those two positions.
She does like to go into midfield to pick a pass. So
that's what I'm saying. She likes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I wouldn't really put her. And I wouldn't, like, for England, for example, I can't see her long term. Let's say everyone's fit. I feel like managers will always go for a Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp type winger.
Yeah.
But where Beth Mead could thrive is her versatility within the forward. Like,
yeah,
I feel like you could put Beth Mead anywhere between 10 and the rest, and she can do a job there. So just being consistent, I guess.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep this up. If she can keep this up, we'll go. This Arsenal team will go places because that's the thing. I knew this would happen. If Chelsea stopped just focusing on Viv Miedema, if there are other people to focus on, they will get in trouble. Same with City. Like, Arsenal have a new dimension this season. Like, I didn't know Beth Mead was going to come like that, but how she came like that, they were like, oh, because they thought Miedema is on the halfway line. What can she do? She ain't the person to worry about. And then look how it changes the team. Look, already, like, you've beaten Chelsea. Like, City think, how do we stop Beth Mead now? It's not even Miedema. You know Miedema. And then we still have Tobin Heath to come. Like, Nikita Paris is in the same boat as Tony Duggan. It's not the same anymore. It's not. You guys left. It's not the same anymore. Like,
that's the thing. It's not the same. And you're gonna have to re-establish yourself as a name in the league. Like, obviously you're still a name, but like, re-establish yourself as a threat. Like, you want to be somebody that opposition teams are. We need to stop.
Yeah.
Nikki Harris. We need to stop. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Chelsea were thinking in their heads, how are we going to stop Tony Duggan? Like,
it's first day at school for them, really.
It's literally that.
It's so funny. It's so funny, but like, people are more excited about Hannah Bennison than they are for Tony Duggan. And you think, like, and who's really watched Hannah Bennison unless you're watching?
And with her, it's literally just like hearsay.
Yeah.
I've seen bits and bobs, but like, it's pretty much like she's the prodigal. Like, trust me, in the next couple of years, you're gonna have a potential XYZ. Yeah. But they're not basing it off something that they've seen themselves.
I think that's the thing, because when I watched the Everton game against Chelsea, didn't see her. She played. She definitely played. Did not see her. And the problem is, if Everton have games when they're not having possession, how are we going to see you? Like,
that's the thing. Because that's why I even think that he didn't even start her in that Chelsea game. He brought her on. When he brought her on, like, not much, but like, it's literally that. If we're only having a bit of possession, and then even then, that bit of possession is happening in the defensive and midfield third. It's not happening in the final third. So that's another problem. How are we as a team going to bring our strikers into play? Because even Govan would have struggled in that setup as well. Like, we're not getting. Where's the service?
Yeah. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest things. If you can't score if you don't have the ball. And the problem with Everton is they're having very little of the ball, but they are meant to be this better. I understand you need time to gel, but there's also not giving the ball away needlessly. There's also fighting. They don't look like they have fight already.
Yeah.
You got games left.
Yeah, they're moving like order's been restored.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be fair, I think the key tests, I think someone tweeted it on the weekend. I can't remember. I feel like I saw it on Twitter for sure. It was like, someone said like the key test would be like when Everton, United, and Brighton when we meet each other, and I feel that is going to be the case.
But I think with United, I'd say because you've got Ella Toon and you've got Kirsty Hansen, and I think Kirsty Hansen herself is having a breakthrough kind of season.
She is. I think, yeah.
So
she feels the trust. She feels the trust of Mark. Like,
yeah.
I feel like last season, and Casey wasn't wrong in this, because I still think Lee Gordon is a better winger than Kirsty Hansen, personally.
Yeah, 100.
So, and then obviously we had Tobin Heath as well. So at that point, you were always like, Kirsty Hansen was always going to be the one to be like sacrificed, essentially. Then obviously Tobin Heath got injured. So then it was like, okay, you're playing, but then you're also going to be rotating with Sigsworth. Like, it was always her that was like, Leah Gordon played every match until she got injured.
Yeah.
But she was the one that was more like, if you play well, you'll stay in. If you're not playing well, I'll take you out. And I feel like she's feeling the trust of Mark, but Mark is also being allowed to have that trust because we have no other wingers. So,
it does help. It does help.
It does help, but we have no other wingers. We've got Ivana Fusa, who I think could play wing, but I think she's better as a 10. The problem then becomes she's not a better 10 than Toon. But I think that they can work in tandem with one another. Just Toon drops a lot.
But the only problem is with the only thing about Toon is what happens when she faces the big girls. That is my only issue. Will she then have a slump?
And I agree, but then I'm looking at last season, and she scored against Arsenal. She got the assist against Chelsea. She played very well against City. So, like, there's never been a time when I think she's looked out of her depth, really, other than when we played them. So the reverse fixtures of those 3 games, I feel like they weren't her best. There were points that Ella Toon started slumping towards the end of the season. Like, towards the mid/end of the season, she started slumping. And then towards the end of the season, she then started picking it back up. So I feel like with her, and I think she's even said it herself, it's just making sure she's getting that consistency in. Because I back her against, like, if she's dropping into that, like, 10 position, I back her against most CDMs. Like, I feel like she can get out of... Sometimes it looks as though there's absolutely no space. And you blinked, and Ella Toon has somehow gotten away from the defender. Like, she's that nimble.
Yeah, she's very technical. Somewhere along the line, you have to look at her passport. There might be a Spanish somewhere.
She's always like, I did Spanish A levels. I'm pretty much Spanish.
There's definitely holidays in Marbella. There's definitely something. Because...
Literally that. Like, I was even watching like Lioness's Insta story today. Like, she was doing something, and I was like, listen, this girl is so good. Like, the level she could reach, if once she gets the consistency into game, because she started off this season very well. Like, she started off this season how she ended last season. Which is of a really high level. And I think she's been encouraged by the fact that now she's been consistently called up for England. Yeah,
she went Olympics as well. You got to think someone like Beth Mead didn't go Olympics. She went Olympics. So,
and she went Olympics, and that was with a new manager that had literally only met her when she got called up by Phil Neville. Obviously, Phil Neville had been seeing her. He's got affiliations with United. There's other factors that probably could have come into play, but the fact that Henry had seen her briefly and decided yes, like. And even with Mark Skinner, some people were doubting, saying, "Oh, I hope he still plays Ella Toon." Or like, you know, with new managers, you never really know like who they're gonna take a liking to. I've deep like with Ella Toon, like no matter the manager, you can see the quality. So if you can't see it, then
yeah. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up there. Appreciate you for coming on, Moya. It has been fun, especially as a United and Arsenal fan.
Yeah, of course.
What are you going to say for the people?
Thanks for having me.
Anything you're working on? Anything you want people to know?
Gold Diggers UK podcast. We're going to be doing a WSL special soon.
Love it.
So yeah, therefore stay connected with the Gold Diggers UK Twitter for updates and things like that. And then I was even going to say to you, James, that we should do like some combined threads. Just so like, and then I'll probably pin it to my Twitter. We should do a thread anyway, but we'll talk about that. But yeah, just on like WSL stuff, which should be good as well.
See you next week, people.